Welcome to another session of Friends in Faith. We're going to talk about the Examen prayer of St. Ignatius of Loyola. And first of all, I want to comment about the need, because today we don't have any time in silence to ourselves to really think about our own self-knowledge, why we do what we do. We don't think about where we want to go. We don't recognize God's presence in our lives. And so many times we end up reacting from one stimuli to another, and it's exhausting. We go to bed and it's like we're out of control. We don't have a real goal in our life. And there's not what we used to call the interior life. But for that, we need a moment during the day where we will go and we will say, where am I going? Did I recognize God? And to have a conversation with Him and begin to see my life not through my own eyes, but through God's own eyes. Having done marriage counseling for 36 years, I've been blown away how easily it is to be blind to our own narrative. And we don't see our spouse's narrative, and even less God's narrative. We're going to go over what is the Examen, okay? It's not just thinking about your day. It's not giving yourself a score. It's a prayer where we become more and more aware of not only what I did, but why did I do what I did? What was I looking for? Was I looking for my own ego? Was I looking for God's glory? Was I looking to love or not? St. Ignatius of Loyola talks about this Examen prayer in spiritual exercises, and how when we begin to get to know ourselves and then we do our spiritual exercises, it becomes an incredible manifestation and self-awareness where we begin to grow. And it makes all the difference in the world. Now, let's go over the steps of the Examen prayer. Okay, the first thing is to put ourselves into the presence of God. This is a prayer and it's a dialogue. Who am I and who are you? I always just close my eyes and I say, I am your beloved Son. You are my Abba. You have been loving me every moment of this day. Okay, let's go from here. Too many times, if we skip this step, we get into real trouble because we can end up beating ourselves up. It is a self-examination, and I should have been better here, and I should have been better there. No, we have to do this in the presence of God, and after we do that, before we even start by looking at everything we've done wrong, we have to go over all of our blessings, all of the gifts, all of the graces that I've received. And all of a sudden, we put everything into the context of His love for me, and it creates, in a real way, a safe space. We are safe, because how many times do people hate doing an examination of conscience because they reduce it to beating ourselves up and making ourselves feel bad about ourselves? No. This is placing ourselves into the gratitude of God and recognizing His presence more and more and more, and going deeper and deeper in our identity as His beloved children. Third step, we ask for light of the Holy Spirit to accompany us in this, to have His voice, to see how we did. This is about a relationship. This is, for me, it's sort of like marriage counseling. How can I love more? Okay, how can I love more? When we go there in a positive way with the Holy Spirit. Then we review our day. And again, there's many ways to review our day. One way I do it is, did I have an attitude of being blessed at every moment of the day? Or did somebody sort of shove me into the victim mode? Did I, all of a sudden my ego, or I get resentful, or I forgot for a portion of my day how blessed I was. And this is really important, that we go over our day not only as a checklist. Did I do anything wrong? No, but did I live in His love, and did I recognize His love? Did I really recognize His love? And when I review my day and say, you know something, I didn't see your love here, but now I do. I didn't see your presence there, and now I do. It changes everything, because the next day, we're going to see and recognize in a very different way His presence. And so we review it, and looking at what were our biggest motivations. Was it fear or love? Insecurity or security? Generosity or turning in on myself? But we don't end there. The next step is to say, okay, Lord, I need to make some type of resolution. And this is important that we do it in a real way, that we pick out one thing that is specific that we can do. Okay, how can I make more of a difference tomorrow? Specifically, it shouldn't be like, well, I'm going to be nicer tomorrow. Okay, but with whom, where, when, why? Maybe I have a difficult meeting with somebody. Maybe I'm going to do something that scares me. Okay. Specifically, tomorrow, before I go and I take a test, I'm going to go and I'm going to pray one mystery of the Rosary and put all of my fears into our Blessed Mother's hands, and then I'm going to walk in and just give everything over to the Lord, knowing that I'm in His love. Okay, that's something specific I can do tomorrow. And when we act like this and we begin to make specific resolutions of attitudes and actions, everything begins to change. And then we end it by saying, okay, Lord, thank you for this time together. Thank you for the graces I have received. And we become truly thankful that I have been able to take time to connect with Him. And again, this is so important, because we're beginning and ending in this recognition of His presence. So this doesn't just happen to be, I'm going to beat myself up for 10 minutes, okay? No. It is, Lord, I trust in you, I love you, I accept where I am, and I know that you're calling me to love and connection.